My fellow Americans, where would you live if money was no object? That is a question from a survey we ran. I paid for this survey and it ran for almost a year. It was expensive, so if you'd be so kind, please leave a like and a comment for the algorithm. This video is about the top 25 places that got the most votes. There are about 20,000 incorporated cities in the US. Around 14,000 have less than 1,000 residents. Only 12 have over 1 million, and about 500 have a population of around 100,000 residents. The survey received over 10,000 votes, with about 700 of them leaving comments. In this video, we look at the 25 cities that got the most votes, and I promise you, you will be surprised, especially if you watch cable news or you follow politics. They tend to demonize cities and states for political purposes and clicks. All cities have negatives. Some have a lot more negatives than others. In this video, you'll realize that even though these cities have a lot of problems, people still love them. That's what we're looking at today. Got it? Get it? Good. Let's take a look. 25, San Francisco. Yes, surprise, surprise, San Francisco made a positive list. San Francisco obviously has a host of problems, and it is the poster child for the homeless epidemic in the United States. And whenever you mention San Francisco, someone's got to leave something in the comments section about people dropping deuces on the street corner. Got bad news for you. Every city in the United States has homeless right now. Every city in the United States has homeless that are dropping deuces in public. San Francisco just has it a little bit worse. But anyway, welcome to the land of fog, sourdough, and endless hills. Besides the iconic Golden Gate Bridge and the infamous Alcatraz, San Francisco is home to the one-of-a-kind San Francisco cable cars, the only moving National Historic Landmark. And of course, don't forget the painted ladies. I know that sounds like something that goes on at a brothel, but no, this is a rainbow-hued Victorian house neighborhood. Like, all the houses are different colors of the rainbow. It's actually kind of cool looking. Did you know Lombard Street, famous for its 8 sharp hairpin turns, is often dubbed the crookedest street in the world? Other people think that any street the IRS building is on is the crookedest street in the world. Now, you gotta have some money to live in San Francisco. The median household income here is $119,000. Now, that's the median. If you want to know what it takes to live in a place comfortably, usually take the median and just double it. So if you want to live comfortable in San Francisco, you're probably looking at about $240,000. 121 people picked San Francisco as the place they would move to if money wasn't a problem. 24, New York City, New York. Yes, the Big Apple made the list too. New York City has been the go-to spot for people looking for a new life or to start a career since well before this country became an actual country. How could you not love New York City? Where else can you find a park bigger than Monaco? A city that speaks more than 800 languages and pizza slices so big they could cover your whole face. Central Park is not just for strolling around. We're talking about a park that is larger than a small country. And these days, the chances of you being beaten and robbed in New York City are less likely than ever before. There is a guy, however, that walks around with this fake fart machine and films people's reaction as he walks by and plays the fart sound. Watch out for him. He's a problem. New York City is a melting pot of cultures, making it the most linguistically diverse city on the planet. Fun fact, the Empire State Building gets hit by lightning about 25 times a year. Did you know that? The median household income in New York City is $67,000. To live comfortably here, you're probably going to need about $134,000 a year. 214 people voted for New York City. Number 23, Honolulu, Hawaii. Why not? Aloha from paradise, home of the world-famous Waikiki Beach and the historic Pearl Harbor. Honolulu means sheltered harbor or calm port. I've also heard it means we love Spam. Yeah, that canned meat. It's very popular here. I don't get it. When I was a kid, my parents were starting restaurants. We were kind of broke for a few years because all the money was going into the restaurants. Yeah, we ate Spam quite often because it's cheap. But here the locals love it, and they created dishes and sushi-like snacks using Spam. Honolulu is beautiful. It's like a paradise. It's just very expensive, and a lot of people say it's a little overcrowded and has too many homeless people these days. But it's one of those places everyone wants to live, kind of like no matter what the problem is. The median household income here is $72,000. If you want to live here comfortably, you're going to need about $144,000. 234 people voted for Honolulu, Hawaii. Number 22, Aspen, Colorado. I'd choose this one in a heartbeat. Aspen is where the rich and famous hit the slopes, and the mountains are as breathtaking as the price tags. Once a booming silver mining town, Aspen is now synonymous with luxury ski resorts. The Aspen idea promotes a balance of mind, body, and spirit through nature, recreation, and the arts. That's just a bunch of words thrown together by rich housewives. If you have an insane amount of money, you buy something in Aspen. It's like you've made it if you could afford something in Aspen. Just thumbing through Zillow, you cannot find a house that is under $1 million. I would honestly say under 1.2 million. There's a 5-bedroom home right now that it looks decent, looks like a nice place to live. It's a little bit older. It's going for $18 million right now. There's an older home that looks like it's been redone. It's beautiful. It's old. It's got 5 bedrooms, $14 million. Some of the luxury mansions out there are going for $65 million, $46 million, $39 million, $20 million, $41 million, $55 million. Yeah, I'm talking insane money. Now, Aspen's a little bit weird when you look at some of the stats they have because they also figure in the people that are there for seasonal work. And seasonal work people don't make a bunch of money. And if they're working on the ski slopes, they're kind of put up and they're renters, so their numbers are a little bit skewed. I have some more realistic ones. They say the median household income is $77,000. That's ridiculous. It's actually about $157,000. That's the median. If you want to live there in a decent way, you're looking at least $314,000 a year. That's what you have to make. But the reality is a lot of the people that own homes there are making $314,000 a week. 255 people voted for Aspen, Colorado. 21, Napa Valley, California. Welcome to wine country. With over 400 wineries, Napa Valley is a vino lover's dream. And here's the quirky tidbit. The Napa Valley Register is the oldest newspaper in California still in operation. It was founded in 1857. If you're a big fan of bubbly, Napa's got you covered with some of the finest sparkling wines this side of France. I've been up to Napa Valley many times. It's a beautiful area. I wouldn't mind living there. And if you are a wine lover, this is a great place to live. The median household income here is about $85,000. And if you want to live here comfortably, that's going to run you about $170,000 a year. That's what you need to make. 274 people voted for Napa Valley. Number 20, Miami Beach, Florida. Sun, sand, and style. That's Miami Beach. Famous for its Art Deco architecture and nightlife that keeps you dancing until dawn. And also gives you the opportunity to be shot down by models and supermodels and OnlyFans girls. I was reading a Yelp review about some club they had there. A guy said that never before in his life had he had so many girls just walk away from him mid-sentence. Did you know Miami Beach was made from a mangrove swamp? No, it's true. They did. It's now home to the largest collection of Art Deco architecture in the world, making it a pastel-colored paradise. The median household income here is $57,000. To live comfortably, it's got to be about $114,000. If you want to live that nightlife and hang out with all the rich people there, I would suggest making about $2-3 million a year. 304 people chose Miami Beach. Number 19, Malibu, California. Yep, about an hour up the road from where I grew up, you find Malibu, California. This place, it's where all the rich people go to the beach because it's very expensive to live there. So movie stars, celebrities, whatever they are, film producers, they end up going to Malibu. And if you're extra wealthy, you owned one of the beachfront properties here. If you watched 2.5 Men back in the day, yeah, this is where Charlie Harper's house was. There's all kinds of celebrities that have beachfront homes here. There's a hidden gem, Pirates Cove, a private beach that's perfect for a secret getaway, if you can get in there. The median household income in Malibu is $162,000, meaning to live comfortably, you got to be making at least $320,000. If you want to live in one of those beach homes, you're probably going to have about $10 million in the bank. 355 people voted for Malibu, California. Number 18, Santa Fe, New Mexico. Santa Fe, the oldest state capital in the U.S., founded in 1610, is a treasure trove of Pueblo-style architecture and a vibrant art scene. They're known for their art scene. I know there's a lot of cities that you could say that about. Theirs is very unique and very amazing. Sitting pretty at 7,000 feet, it's the highest state capital in the nation. The city's nickname is the City Different, and it certainly lives up to it with its unique blend of culture and tradition. This one's not terribly expensive to live in. The median household income is about $57,000, meaning to live comfortably about $114,000. 357 people voted for Santa Fe, New Mexico. #17, Seattle, Washington. Rainy Seattle is more than just coffee and grunge. Besides the Space Needle and Pike Place Market, did you know there's an underground city built after the Great Seattle Fire in 1889? Oh, and it's the birthplace of Starbucks. I've mentioned this before on the channel, but if you go to their original Starbucks place that's at Pike Place Market, there's a line outside the place. There's nothing special going on inside. It's just a Starbucks, not even a really good one. But if you ever go on a cruise to Alaska, chances are you're going to start your journey in Seattle. A lot of cruise ships go out of here. The median household income in Seattle is $97,000, meaning if you want to live comfortably, you're probably going to have to be making $190,000 a year. 368 people voted for Seattle. #16, Charleston, South Carolina. I love Charleston. It's a great city. Very historic, very beautiful. You want to live near the water? You better have some money. But in Charleston, you could step into the history of cobblestone streets and historic homes. The Charleston City Market, dating back to 1804, is one of the oldest public markets in the U.S. And if you love a good ghost story, you're in luck. Charleston is famous for its ghost tours, thanks to its long and, let's face it, spooky history. I have a friend that's a real estate agent in Charleston, Natasha. If you're looking for a real estate agent there, type in Natasha the Pulse. You'll find her. The great thing about living in Charleston, and again, unless you want to live on the water, it's reasonable compared to some of the other places on this list. The median household income here is about $72,000 a year, meaning if you want to live here comfortably, you probably want to be making about $144,000. 374 people voted for Charleston. I was a little surprised on this one. I like it. I didn't think that many people would be into Charleston. #15, Boston, Massachusetts. Boston, where history meets obnoxious accents. Yeah, it's a thing. Boston has it all. Walk the Freedom Trail or relax in the oldest public park in the U.S., Boston Common. It was established in 1634, and here, the Boston University Bridge is one of the few places where a boat can sail under a train, drive under a car, driving under an airplane, all at the same time. Yep, you read that right. There's the water, then there's a train bridge, and then that kind of goes diagonal underneath the driving bridge, and then if a plane goes over, yeah. Boston is a very expensive place to live. I mean, the entire city is very expensive, and especially downtown. But it's got a lot of history, and it's just one of those cities that a lot of people just want to live there once in their lifetime. It is expensive, but not terribly expensive. The median household income here is $76,000, meaning you need at least $152,000 a year to live comfortably. 382 people voted for Boston. #14, Lake Tahoe, California, and Nevada. Yep, Lake Tahoe has the border going right down the middle of the lake. There's about 20 different small towns, villages, and cities sprinkled around Lake Tahoe. Pick one and live there. The most popular ones are probably going to be South Lake Tahoe, the State Line area, and Incline Village. In my opinion, Lake Tahoe is one of the most beautiful lakes I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen, God, I don't even know how many I've seen in my life, but quite a few. I'd say over 50, under 100. That's just a guess, but Lake Tahoe is by far the best I've ever seen. Crystal clear waters and year-round fun. That's Lake Tahoe for you. As the second deepest lake in the U.S., it's heaven for water sport enthusiasts and winter sport lovers alike. Formed over 2 million years ago, Lake Tahoe is a gem that stood the test of time. If you want to live here, the median household income is about $62,000, meaning you want to live here comfortably, about $124,000 a year. That's what you got to make. 398 people voted for Lake Tahoe. #13, Nantucket. Living in Nantucket is like stepping into a Norman Rockwell painting, but with more lobster rolls and fewer functional Wi-Fi signals. Picture this, cobblestone streets that double as an ankle-twisting obstacle course, and charming clapboard houses that all seem to be in a perpetual contest to see who looks the most quaint. The island's motto really should be where GPS goes to die. because every other turn leads you straight back to where you started. It's weird. And let's not forget the seagulls. They're true locals, always ready to dive bomb your picnic like feathered pirates. But hey, who needs a modern convenience when you've got the sun-kissed beaches, historic lighthouses, and a community that considers the catch of the day a sacred event? Nantucket is a great place for the rich and famous, especially the rich and famous of the East Coast. Nantucket is an island off of Massachusetts. It's actually part of Massachusetts. But if you want to live there, it's going to cost a pretty penny. The median household income here is $107,000, meaning you need about $214,000 a year to live comfortably. 414 people voted for Nantucket Island. Number 12, Palm Springs, California. Yeah, I don't see this one at all. Palm Springs is a great place to live if you need a desert home and you're in California. People from LA will buy a home in Palm Springs, go out there on the weekends or during the winter, whatever. It's not as cool as it used to be, and it's not as nice as it used to be. I used to go there in the 80s and the 90s, and it was wonderful. I went back around 2017, I think. It just wasn't as nice as it used to be. It'd gone downhill quite a bit. But a lot of people still want to move there. I think it's on reputation alone. With more than 300 sunny days, Palm Springs is a desert paradise known for its mid-century modern architecture and luxurious resorts. It boasts the largest concentration of preserved mid-century modern architecture in the world. Don't forget your sunglasses for this one. This one is also a little misleading when it comes to how much you need to live there comfortably. They say the median household income here is about $57,000, meaning you would need about $114,000 to live here comfortably. I think it's closer to $200,000. Like Nantucket, 414 people voted for Palm Springs. Number 11, Portland, Oregon. Yes, also known as Beervana to a lot of people, or PDX. We've all heard the stories about Portland. I've talked about it extensively on this channel. It has its struggles, but there's this weird thing about how people just love it. Sort of like the Cleveland Browns. I'm a Cleveland Browns fan. No matter how bad they are, people still love them. Portland is slowly working its way back to respectability, and I think a lot of people that want to live here are hoping for that, or they have the image in their head of what Portland used to be, let's say in the early to mid 2000s. I love Portland. I fully understand it's got a host of problems, but I still love the city. I'd probably live here before any other city. If you want to live in Portland, Oregon, the median household income is about $73,000, meaning you need about $146,000 to live comfortably. 434 people voted for Portland, Oregon. Number 10, Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Jackson is a place where people used to go, rich people, celebrities, to get away from everyone else. Well, now everyone else is going to Jackson, so it's kind of lost that cool factor. It's still an incredibly nice place to live, very expensive, very beautiful. This is the gateway to Yellowstone and the Grand Teton National Park. The town has a unique tradition, an annual antler auction. Yes, the local Boy Scouts auction off antlers collected from the nearby National Elk Refuge. Yeah, this is a place where, you buy a ranch out there and your neighbor's like Robert Redford or, someone like, I don't know if he lives there, but that type of thing. If you want to live in Jackson, Wyoming, I almost called it Jackson, Mississippi, which these two places are completely different. But if you want to live in Jackson, Wyoming, the median household income is about $76,000. If you want to live comfortably, you probably want to make about $152,000. But like I said, there's a certain portion of the population of this town and this area that make into the millions every single year. 445 people voted for Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Number 9, Boulder, Colorado. Boulder, Colorado is a pretty interesting place. It's like an outdoor enthusiast's dream. Boulder is known for its love of dogs and yoga. With more than 45,000 registered dogs and the highest concentration of yoga practitioners per capita in the U.S., it's a city that knows how to stay active and zen all at the same time. If you want to live in Boulder, Colorado, the median household income is about $72,000. Meaning to live comfortably, you got to be making about $144,000 a year. 449 people voted for Boulder, Colorado. Number 8, Savannah, Georgia. I'd live in Savannah. I think It's a little high up on the list. I don't know if I'd put it number 8, maybe 15, 16, maybe even 20. But Savannah is both historic and beautiful. It was spared from destruction during the Civil War because of its beauty. Known for its haunted tours and ghost sightings, this city offers a spooky twist to its historic charm. I've been to Savannah the whole bunch of times. I love Savannah. It is truly a beautiful town. Even though the cars are new and people are wearing, modern clothes, when you get there, you just feel the history. It's strange. I don't know. So I just got this strange feeling when I was there. I loved it. The median household income in Savannah is only $46,000, meaning it is relatively affordable to live here. But if you want to live comfortably, you're going to be needing to make about $92,000 a year. 452 people voted for Savannah, Georgia. Number 7, Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts. This is an exclusive island retreat. They don't have any chain stores, no fast food restaurants. This helps maintain its quaint charm. It's known for being the filming location of Jaws. It's like this serene spot with a hint of Hollywood. Martha's Vineyard is another island off Massachusetts, not too far from Nantucket. If you want to live here, you're talking you have to be coming from old money type stuff. I mean, the Kennedys used to live here. The Clintons live here now. Jay-Z has a house here. Spike Lee has a house. Larry David, Oprah. Bill Murray has a place here. If you want to live here, the median household income is $95,000. That's really not realistic. You need millions to live here. Billions preferably. But if you go by the numbers, you need about $190,000 to live here comfortably. That won't let you live there comfortably. You need in the millions, I'm telling you. 454 people voted for Martha's Vineyard. Number 6, Scottsdale, Arizona. Yeah, I didn't see this one coming at all, but a lot of people really enjoy Scottsdale. This is just going by people's opinions, not what place is better than the next. It just seems kind of funny to have Scottsdale, Arizona right after Martha's Vineyard. Just more people see that as a more reasonable and appealing place to live, I guess. Not saying that there's anything wrong with Scottsdale. They've got a lot of resorts and spas and all that good stuff. They also have the annual Barrett-Jackson car auction, which I'm going to one of these days. I'm going to buy some insanely old car and then spend the rest of my time worrying if someone's going to steal it and where am I going to park it. But Scottsdale, Arizona is a little more expensive. And like I said, Nantucket, it seems like it's cheaper to live there, but really that's an illusion. The median household income in Scottsdale, Arizona is $91,000, meaning you need about $182,000 to live there comfortably. Scottsdale is not some roadside stop to take a pee in the middle of the desert. It's a nice place to live. 455 people voted for Scottsdale, Arizona. Number 5, Key West, Florida. This one, okay, I could see this. I'm not into hot locations. I don't want to live in the tropics. I don't want to live in the desert. But I'd live in Key West in a heartbeat. I love this place. It's famous for its vibrant nightlife and historical sites. Key West is home to the Ernest Hemingway Home and Museum, where descendants of Hemingway's six-toed cats still roam. It's also known for Jimmy Buffett. He lived here and sang about Margaritaville. His whole business, Margaritaville, was founded in Key West in 1985. And a lot of people would like to live there. But if you want to live there, the median household income is about $73,000. And if you want to live comfortably here, you're going to need about $146,000 a year, every year. 459 people voted for Key West, Florida. Number 4, Austin, Texas. This is the live music capital of the world. It has all kinds of cultural festivals. South by Southwest is here. They have an annual thing called Bat Fest, celebrating 1.5 million bats under the Congress Avenue Bridge. That's Austin for you. This is a great place to live if you're younger and you're really into music. I mean, they've got a statue of Stevie Ray Vaughan down by the river. I like Austin. It gets a little hot. It does have that quirky hippie vibe if you go there. I get the feeling the city's trying to shake that vibe, but it's still there. If you want to live there, the median household income is about $75,000, meaning you need about $150,000 to live there comfortably. 466 people voted for Austin, Texas. Number 3, Park City, Utah. Known for its skiing and the Sundance Film Festival, Park City has a rich history as a former silver mining town with the longest ski and snowboard sessions in Utah. It's a winter wonderland and a summer retreat all in one. I've always wanted to go see the Sundance Film Festival. Never had a chance to make it up there yet. This place is a lot like Aspen, Colorado. It's a ski town, very expensive homes. You gotta have some money to live here. Their median household income is about $114,000, meaning you need about $228,000 to live here comfortably. 469 people voted for Park City, Utah. Number 2, Sedona, Arizona. Red rock formations and spiritual vibes define Sedona. Believed by many to be the center of a spiritual vortex that enhances meditation and healing. More than 100 hiking trails, it's a nature lover's paradise, especially if you're a weird type hippie person that believes in calming vibes and natural healing and all that stuff. Someone in Sedona one time told me, my soul needs healing. That's what they told me. I said, my soul actually needs a massage and a muscle relaxer. Do you got one? He walked away from me. If you want to live in Sedona, Arizona, the median household income is about $57,000 a year, meaning you need about $114,000 to live there comfortably. 472 people voted for Sedona, Arizona. I'm a little surprised on that one. Actually, I'm very surprised. All right, before we get to number 1, if you would be so kind to leave this video a comment or give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, that would be great. Help us out with the algorithm. All right, on to number 1. And number 1, San Diego, California. Yeah, I could see this one. It's got mass appeal. It's a big city. It's got perfect weather, wonderful beaches. A lot of military live there. You know, they got some bases there. It's a nice place to live. I love San Diego. Been there too many times to count. And of the California cities, San Diego's by far the best. I mean, the major ones, San Francisco, Oakland, Los Angeles, then you got San Diego, San Jose. San Diego's by far better than all of them. If you want to live in San Diego, the median household income is about $83,000, meaning if you want to live there comfortably, you're going to need about $166,000 a year. 534 people voted for San Diego. All right, that's today's video. If you like this one, you're probably going to like one of the 2 that's being suggested right now. Everybody have a great day. Be nice to each other.